But on to the next topic. I had a topic here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? How much electricity, the voltage, how much voltage does it take to kill a human?
How much voltage? I don't. Wait, how much volt? No, okay, ours is way too much. I don't know. Let's say like 500 volts.
Oh, fam, I have 50. 50.
50.
Oh, maybe it's
volts.
not volts. Maybe it's something else. But I had written down how much electricity does it take to kill a human, and I had 50.
Well, I can quickly search it on Google.
Yeah.
But I'm really bad with electricity. Like from high school, I never understood it. Like there was a small part where I understood like regular electricity and like volts and what do you call those things in English? The ampere, whatever.
Ampere, amp. It's
Whatever.
called amp, fam. It's
Yeah,
ampere, but it's
I'm not English. It's fine. How much?
doesn't matter, fam. You can still know the terminology. Amp,
Ah, it's fine. Too much. Fun.
ampere. So you want to say ampere?
Okay, so it says here, assuming a steady current flow as opposed to a shock from a capacitor, shocks above 2,700 volts are often fatal, with those above 11,000 volts being usually fatal.
Maybe it was watts then. What about watts? What the fuck is watts? I don't remember. I don't know volts, watts. I think it's American using watts or something like that.
No, isn't there two different things?
I don't remember. I don't really give a shit about. As long as this power, but as long as my internet is on, I'm happy.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. It doesn't give me watts here, and maybe we can go invite Verdo, because he's studying electronic engineer or something like that.
Hey, so now we have a guest. There you go. Next week we have someone coming on, hopefully.
Well, my other friend just never came back to me, so I'm just not gonna ask. I'm too afraid it'll be like, nah, this is a really shitty person. Like, why would he ask me for such a thing? And then I'll be like, okay.
Well, you can ask Verdo now.
Yeah,
you can ask him. Hopefully he comes on.
Yeah, but just also, what the hell? Okay, anyway, what was I gonna say? Damn. Okay. Well, that thought just went out.
Okay, but anyway, then like I was saying, I have 50 written down here. So like, that's like death for a human. Maybe it was electric chair. I don't know, fam. Because I think they have like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. But yeah, so I think I watched it. It's a comedy show. Like, so it takes 50 something to kill a human, and then it's 10, or whatever, for extreme pain. So you see, so it's like 20, 30, 40 of fun you can have with someone like just torturing people. That's quite a big difference. So literally, you could be at 49. It's like, okay, this guy won't die. He'll almost die, but he won't die. The amount of shit.
Well, okay, whatever the amounts are, I'm sure like the like threshold comes quite quickly if you aren't like careful, because what you said, 50 to kill, and then 40 would be like extreme pain. What?
Oh, 10 is extreme pain. 10, not 40. 10. Yeah, like see the big difference now, fam.
Okay, massive. Yeah, no, never mind.
10 extreme pain, 50 death.
Okay,
now
but
you have the whole in between of just torture.
Before actual death occurs. Yeah, that's weird.
I can imagine, like, like you just there, you start at 10, right? Extreme pain. But I think by 25, the person be like, okay, now I'm used to this.
You're using the theory of like, if you increase the water's temperature, like if you're in a bath, and you increase the temperature by 1 degree ever so, like, I don't know how long.
A minute, or a few seconds. Like your body just gets used to it.
Yeah, but then we were like, so does that mean that you can sit in lava basically after, if you just if you're able to increase the temperature of water, like if you say they don't what do you call it,
That's the dumbest
become
shit
a
I've ever heard.
gas. What's that process again?
Melt?
No, that's ice.
Liquidification?
No, that's not right. I mean, when it becomes a gas, when it forms.
Oh,
If you have a kettle and you put the kettle on, the water, the temperature
evaporates.
increases, and then sorry,
The water evaporates.
yeah, I guess evaporates.
Condensation.
No, condensation is the formation of water from mist.
I'm just throwing words. But these are like the words I don't remember.
Nah, okay, never mind. But like if you can remove that water, like becoming damp, water damp or whatever, if you can remove that and you just keep on increasing the temperature, until when can you go? But obviously that's not how the human body
What's
works.
evaporization? That's what it's called.
Did you
Water
s-
becoming gas. I googled this fam.
Okay, wow, so smart,
Liquid
so
to
smart.
gas.
Evaporation. It makes sense, but
So that I did say vaporization. No, I didn't say vaporization.
no, you didn't.
But I remember saying something.
Yeah, you said a few things, but it didn't really work in a sentence. But
Boiling, yeah, it's boiling. You're boiling.
Yeah.
You know. But you can't become gas because your flesh will melt. Lava will melt you.
Yeah, obviously,
Not Minecraft, fam.
you are a
It's
solid. You have to
Yes.
go from a solid to a liquid before you can become a gas. Okay, well, not necessarily, because
What,
there are forms of like where you can skip a stage, but I can't remember what it's called again.
This is not Minecraft, fam. You do not catch on fire. You will melt.
Yeah, you'll just have it. But that's also a weird thing. Like, if for say, your arm is like you have a pot on the stove and it has water in it or whatever, and you put your hand in it, and obviously when you boil meat or whatever, it starts to become okay, well, obviously boiled but cooked. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how does that feel for you? Because obviously proteins and things, if they get heat added to it, they start to degenerate and become like that's what happens to eggs. Eggs are
Yeah.
basically a protein, so you heat the eggs up and they start to turn white and they start to become a solid. So
Yeah.
how much of function do you lose, and how much feeling do you lose? Because obviously at some points, if you're like burning yourself, your nerves and things, they die. They can't transmit any pain more.
Yeah.
But obviously there's a time before that happens where you still feel all the pain and all of the sensations of like your hand being
this-
now cooked.
we can actually test this. The people that don't feel pain?
Yeah.
We just need to kidnap one of those, one of them, and put their hand in boiling water.
Yeah, you just keep it there for a while, like for 20 minutes, and then you take it out and like, okay, try to move this pinky.
So can you move this pinky? So so we just have to do that. So I guess that's on our to-do list now. Kidnap someone who doesn't feel pain.
Okay.
But that's how pain works. Because also don't jump in a lava. Don't test it out. Don't actually test it out.
Or
you don't condone
if
any
you
of this.
really do plan to do it, at least record it for science.
For science, yes, for science.
Yes.
All in the name of science.
Yeah, be as descriptive as you can as your flesh is slowly melting off of your bones. It would really help.
Someone with no emotions. My flesh is burning.
Yes.
It is burning.
It's like you have the different stages of it. It's like sitting next to the lava at first, and like let's say he was quite a hairy man or decently hairy man. You would see like the hair start to catch on fire, and there's like in a calm voice being like, okay, so the hairs on my arm have started to singe, and then like a few seconds later, it is now on fire. I have lost feeling in this, and then you just see add images, and it's like, okay, now I no longer have anything below my elbow. It's like just having the different parts, like it was melted off already.
And now here you can see a comical skeleton hand with the rest of the body.
Yeah, you know how they always have the long bone with the like two nubs at the ends. Like the ones that you always traditionally have, where like you give it to dogs. But it's just like in any other comics, they have that for every part. They're never anatomically correct. Like they always have that same depiction of a bone. It's like, yes, as you can see, I have this, and they just flail it around.
See that? But there you go. That's that's how electricity and lava and everything else works. Hopefully you learned something about evaporating, and you learned something about the three phases from solid to a liquid. It's called. Go on, go.
Oh, am I supposed evaporation?
Yeah, you go. There you go. And from liquid to no, what? Fam, it's from liquid to gas is evaporation.
Oh, I didn't listen. What did you ask? Did you say from solid to a liquid? Oh, that's melting.
Fam, I'm sure there's a better word than melting. Come, give them the scientific name.
Smelting. No, that's what happens to metals. Liquidify. Liquidify. What do you want from me? Like, what's the word?
Fam, say the proper word.
What's the proper word? So I see you don't know, huh?
I forgot, this thing just gave me the non-scientific words, It said melting. Now I'm very disappointed.
I should actually know this because we did it up until no, it was not last year, first year. Yeah, 2 years ago.
Wow, this is so sad. You don't know. Melting or fusion. That's what it's called. That is so sad, fam. That is such a shitty name. But from liquid to gas, it's evaporization.
Evaporation.
And yes. Oh no, this over here is, I don't know why they're spelling it with the VA. They're not putting the E in front. I don't understand.
Maybe it's like American versus English, British spelling or what?
Fucking retard. It's fucking dumb, fam.
Okay, but anyway, it's from solid to a liquid is melting, according to this one. From a liquid to a gas is vaporization. From gas to
boiling,
Why? Oh well, that's just the comment in there. And then from gas to plasma is ionization.
No one gives a shit about gas to plasma, fam. What? Now you're just going overboard, fam.
Yeah, well, of course, some people need to know it.
No one gives a shit, fam. I don't think any of our viewers are doing.
Maybe I share this podcast episode with my one friend who is studying chemistry and physics.
There you go. Okay, there you go. We have a new subscriber. Welcome. We are talking about you currently.
Yes.
You should comment the YouTube comments, talk about how's your studies going, fam? How's life? How's life? And just leave a comment down there. Anyone else can also, but this is specifically for that guy that I don't know the name of. But one day if he ever comes on, I doubt.
Yeah, he's really bad. He's really bad with phones and things, so I doubt. But he did have.
What? He's bad with phones?
Yeah, he doesn't answer messages. I still have a message that I sent him on my birthday. We're just talking about, basically since then, we were talking about coming together and doing something, and he just never answers. And then I would see him someplace, and it was like, oh yeah, I just never answered. I never read the message. It's like, okay.
At least he doesn't lie, fam. I just never read it, fam. Oh well. But that is enough for some. That is enough of some chemistry and it's electricity physics, right? Electricity is physics.
Yeah.
Well,
no, not necessarily, because we had obviously a battery as it's a reaction between different chemicals. So that can be chemistry.
That is enough of chemistry then, in our chemistry topics of today.